Have you ever walked into a room and felt something was wrong before anyone said a single word? No argument, no raised voices, nothing visibly broken. But your brain had already finished its scan, a glance that shifted just a little too quickly, a smile that was 1 second too late, a sentence that sounded completely normal but carried something hidden underneath it. And when you got home that night, you brought all of it with you, you replayed it, you dissected it, you turned one small silence into an entire universe of questions. People tell you that's a gift, you're so perceptive, you notice everything. But if you actually live inside that mind, you know the truth. It is not just a gift. It is weight that never fully lets you rest. Today, we are going to go deep into the psychology of people who are too aware, why their minds work this way, what it costs them, and what it actually looks like to finally find peace inside a brain that never truly switches off. Psychology divides this into two distinct origins. The first group are people who were simply born this way. Science calls them highly sensitive persons, or HSPs. Their nervous system functions like an ultrafine filter. They process everything more intensely than the average person. Colors feel deeper, sounds feel louder, and every interaction carries emotional weight that others simply don't feel. The second group didn't start out this way. Their hyper-awareness was learned, built, earned through survival. Imagine a child growing up in a home where the emotional temperature could change at any second. That child couldn't afford to be innocent. They had to become a radar station. Maybe they memorized the sound of footsteps coming down the hallway to know whether tonight would be safe or not. Maybe they learned to read the exact way a door closed, to measure how much anger was behind it. They knew precisely when to walk into the room and smile, and when to silently disappear. Biologically, their amygdala, the brain's alarm system, was constantly firing a single message: this environment is not safe. Keep scanning, stay ready. No one taught them this. Their nervous system built it automatically. And over time, that survival tool became their identity. When they grow up, they often look at themselves and ask, why do I always overthink? What is wrong with me? But nothing is wrong with them. They are simply carrying an intelligence that was shaped by survival. The shield that once protected them has now fused into their skin. This is the most visible sign, and the one that drains the most energy. For most people, a conversation is just a conversation. But for someone who is overly aware, their mind is always running a hidden equation underneath. Their boss sends a message at 4 in the afternoon. Come see me for a minute later. For most people, that's just a meeting. But for them, the moment they read those words, something shifts. There's a coldness in the phrasing they can't quite explain, a distance, and immediately the questions begin. Did I do something wrong? Is something about to change? Why does this feel different? They don't just hear words. They notice the 3-second pause before someone gives them a compliment. They catch a slight change in someone's breathing. They feel the invisible weight of what is not being said. Half of them is nodding, holding a coffee cup, participating in the conversation, and the other half is quietly taking notes on everything. The result, they can feel completely exhausted after a day where nothing visibly difficult even happened, because underneath the surface, their brain just finished running a marathon that no one else could see. Over-awareness gives these people something most people don't have: the ability to see behind the surface of human behavior. A colleague brings them coffee and praises their work. Instead of simply receiving it, their mind immediately begins asking, what does this person need from me? Is there something coming after this? They understand, perhaps more deeply than they'd like to, that kindness sometimes comes with conditions, that affection can be a quiet investment, that someone's confidence might just be a curtain hiding their fear. This creates a very specific kind of loss. Not the loss of childhood innocence, but the loss of relational innocence. The ability to take words at face value no longer exists for them. A compliment always feels layered, An apology never feels quite complete. A promise sounds a little fragile. They don't become bitter. They don't become hateful toward people. They simply become cautious. And sometimes they feel deeply alone even inside a crowd because no one else seems to see the layer of truth they are standing in. For most people, empathy is a choice. You choose to tune in when someone needs you. For overly aware people, empathy is not a choice. It is a permanent state. They walk into a room where no one has spoken a word, and they already feel the tension sitting between two people on opposite sides of the table. Someone near them on the bus taps their foot with nervous energy, and their own heartbeat picks up. A friend shares their pain over the phone, and 3 days later, that pain is still sitting quietly in their chest. This is what psychologists call emotional empathy, not just understanding someone else's feelings intellectually, but actually absorbing them as if they were your own. The result is that these people become the emotional anchor for everyone around them. People feel understood near them. People seek them out. People feel lighter after talking to them. But at the end of the day, they are carrying everyone else's weight, and very rarely does anyone stop to ask, "How are you actually doing?" This level of awareness doesn't stay inside the mind. It travels into the body. They drink a cup of coffee, their heart beats a little faster from the caffeine. For most people, that just feels like energy. But for their nervous system, the brain catches that faster heartbeat, searches through its records, and sends an alarm. Fast heartbeat. Is something wrong? Are we in danger? A completely normal physical sensation becomes an emergency signal. And this creates a brutal loop. A sensation appears, the brain misreads it as danger, the body releases stress hormones, the sensation intensifies, the alarm gets louder. They feel restless and uneasy, even on days when nothing is actually wrong. Their body is constantly generating data that their mind doesn't know how to stop processing. So, can these people simply turn their awareness off? No, and honestly, they shouldn't have to. Asking someone who is overly aware to stop noticing things is like asking someone with perfect vision to try to see everything as blurry. It doesn't work that way. The solution is not to become less aware. The solution is to stop carrying everything. There are 3 principles that genuinely help. First, not every silence is a hidden message. If someone takes a while to reply to a text, maybe they are simply tired. If a coworker walks past without smiling, maybe they have a headache. Not everything is personal. Not everything is about you. Second, not every emotion needs to be solved. Anxiety shows up, and instead of immediately analyzing why, they learn to simply say, "My heart is beating fast. That's just a sensation. It will pass." They observe it without judgment, and they let it move through. Third, not every insight needs an action. They may clearly see someone's insecurity, but they don't have to become that person's therapist. They may sense instability in a relationship, and sometimes the wisest response is simply to take one quiet step back. They begin to understand that clarity is only a gift when it comes with boundaries, knowing what belongs to them and what belongs to the world to sort out on its own. When overly aware people begin to practice this kind of letting go, something remarkable happens. Their awareness doesn't disappear, it matures, it softens. They still see deeply into people, but they no longer hold onto every flaw they find. They still feel the energy of a room very strongly, but they are no longer pulled helplessly into its current. The shift is not about the outside world becoming simpler. People are still complicated. Life is still full of contradictions. The shift is internal. They move from using awareness to predict pain to using awareness to be present, from fear to curiosity, from scanning every smile for what might be hidden to simply enjoying a quiet afternoon and a good cup of something warm. Their life becomes lighter, not because they stopped seeing clearly, but because they stopped trying to carry every equation of the world on their shoulders at the same time. The light in their mind doesn't go out, It simply changes. From a sharp laser that exposes every crack into a warm, steady candle, bright enough to understand human complexity, gentle enough to finally take care of themselves as well. These are the people who think deeply and feel deeply. If you ever notice their quietness, understand that it is not indifference. It is wisdom, hard-earned, beautiful wisdom. If any of this felt familiar, if you recognized yourself somewhere in today's video, drop a comment below. Which sign resonated with you the most? And if someone in your life carries this kind of awareness quietly, if they are always the one who understands everyone else but rarely feels understood themselves, share this video with them. It might be exactly what they needed to hear today. If this gave you something to think about, please hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I'll see you in the next one.